Well, good morning, friends and family. This is Wander on day 125 of my Appalachian Trail journey. We are here at Blotts Road, where I dropped off yesterday and went southbound. Well, today I'm going northbound. I'll be going through there. I've got a 16.5 mile day, a couple big climbs, going into two different towns. Be going into
Dalton and Cheshire.
Dalton and Cheshire. And Cheshire will be end of my day. So that'll be the last downhill after the second uphill. So anyhow, amazing how that works. There's Brother John, just dropped me off, and it's about 5:30, so I'm gonna get going. I'll bring you back when I find something interesting to share with you. All right, I don't know if you can see that or not. First road sign. All right. Nothing there that impacts me, so we'll just keep going. So I've been climbing. Apparently I just got to the top of Warner Hill. Gonna come out on the opening here, I think. Let's see, yeah. Blazes go this way, so I'm still on track. Alright. That's what it looks like out here. 20% chance of rain today, so hopefully that doesn't happen. Alright. Time to go down. Well, I just seen an unusual sight. I was coming down the trail, and up ahead of me it looked like I seen some kind of a reddish maroon colored something. I thought, well, maybe a sleeping bag, a coat, something. Well, as I got closer, I realized it's not just a coat. There's a person there curled up beside the trail. And it wasn't like he just fallen there and that was it. He was deliberately laying there, kind of curled up in a fetal position, so almost, but legs drawn up. He had put his coat on backwards, so it hood was up over his face and head. I'm sure to keep the mosquitoes off. But he was traveling light, didn't have a big backpack, just a small day pack. So, but he didn't look to be in distress of any kind, just asleep. So I made my way past him and let him be. Kind of strange. Here's a power line view. All right, here's the sign for the K Wood Shelter and the privy and tent sites. 0.17 mile up that way somewhere. Same sign there. Let's see. 18 North, Grange Hall Road, 0.3, Dalton, Mass, 2.5. Okay. All right, 2.5 miles. We're going down to, we'll be walking through Dalton, Mass in 2.5 miles. All right, nice to know. So just coming out on, I guess this Grange Hall Road. Let's see. Blotts Road. It says that's 3.7 miles away. I got a lot more miles than that. I got 4.35 miles, but I've come from Blotts Road. All right, let's just get across here. A little bit of parking spot there. Appalachian Trail North. That's us. Well, here's our first water feature that's not a mud hole. You got two little streams coming down into here, forming one and heading up that way. All right, it's got a bridge here. Kind of bouncy. And blaze going this way. Well, there's a bucket here. It says on the front, grab a drink and keep going. Well, they haven't filled it up today and it's all empty. Nothing in it but trash. Oh well. Almost down to the railroad crossing.
And that will lead me into the big metropolis of Dalton, Massachusetts. So I'm going to let you go and get ready to re-enter civilization. But of course, here are the railroad tracks. Real nice crossing for us. Alright, I need to change that to the Far Out app to see where I go from here. I think it's pretty well white blazed throughout, but let's see for sure. What we got over here? That pollution's, yeah. Some of these umbrellas seen better days. Alright. Oh, I see a white blaze on the telephone pole across the street. So I guess we'll head there. Oh, there's an old caboose. Looks like I need to cross the street. That's where the crosswalk is at. Housatonic River again. Maybe one of these days I'll get past this river. Continuing to walk down this residential street in Dalton. About a 2.6 mile walk through town. Every now and then on the sidewalk you come across these. Now there's a tiny house, the Hoos House. Fitch Hoos House. Interesting. There's kind of an ominous sign. Road closed. Use at your own risk. Okay. We'll keep going up here. Okay, I just passed another hiker. He's going southbound. And he said the trail is real good up to Uncle Tom's or somebody Tom's. But anyhow, right now it's kind of rooty. And I got to climb out of here, so for him coming down might be pretty good, but let's see what happens for the climb. All right, I'll bring you back later. Okay, here's a sign for Crystal Mountain Campsite. Water and preview that way, and fires permitted, so up there somewhere there's a campsite. Still climbing, continuing this climb out of Dalton. Should be getting pretty close to the top, but I don't know. Well, we haven't seen much in the way of water features today, but here's one. If you needed water, this looks like a good one to fill from. I think I'm good for the rest of the day, but sure looks appetizing. So there's a pond over there. Don't know if we come close to it or not because we're heading away from it. But if we get closer, I'll bring it back. Here's a little tiny stream. A little bit of trickle coming down there. Nice brown water. And it flows down there. There's a sign for Cheshire Cobble Viewpoint. And another sign for Notch Road parking and AT southbound is where I just came from. So we're going to AT northbound, so we'll follow this blaze. I hear vehicles down there. So I guess we're getting close to something. Okay, coming into Cheshire, Massachusetts. Oh, that looks good. I guess this is something Cheshire's noted for. Cheshire's Mammoth Cheese, 1,235 pounds, presented to President Thomas Jefferson, January 1802. There's a silhouette of a hiker. All right, keep moving. Okay, so I came out in this field. There's some big birds, crows maybe. I don't know the difference between a crow and a raven. Anyhow, the sun's trying to heat things up. My last out in the open exposure, because this road ahead is where Brother John is going to pick me up. Yeah, there you go. All right, so 16 and a half miles in just under 7 hours. A pretty good time. A couple good ups and downs. Looks like I got some boardwalk coming up here. Once again, this forested area here, or this, yeah. Then I'll come out on the other side and see Brother John. I don't remember where he's supposed to park at. There he is, right across the street. All right. Correction, I'm not done for the day. I got another mile to go. But Brother John, bless his heart, met me here at Highway 8 with a cold drink and a cool car. And I'm going to sit here for a few minutes and cool off and enjoy my drink and then hike another mile. Okay. Outlook Avenue is where I'm headed. 0.8 miles. Reynolds Lock is 0.8 too. Don't know what that is. But we'll got 361 foot of climb. Or 351 foot of climb, so it's going to be a little challenge. So let me explain what happened there. So when we plan my day's routes, I put them in the Far Out app, beginning point and end point. And I had done that to Route 8, which was where Johnny just met me, Brother John. And but later on, we went back and looked and said, hey, you know, there's another road just about 9/10 of a mile, trail miles away, and it crosses the trail. You know, why don't you do that, go to that point, and that'll take a little bit off, almost a mile off the next day. And it's like, yeah, let's do that. So I created a new plan to go to Outlook Avenue, I think it's called, or Overlook Avenue. Starts with an O and some avenue. Okay. Well, this morning when I got started, I grabbed the original plan to Route 8. So when I was tracking my progress, I was like, I'm almost done. And then Brother John was there to meet me. It's like, great, I'm almost done. He says, You got another 9/10 to go. I'm not almost done. I forgot. So I looked and yeah, I grabbed the wrong plan. But he brought me a nice cold Diet Pepsi, which I guzzled down while I was sitting there in the cool car, resting for a minute. And now I will continue on. And by now I think it's got about a half mile left to go. So that's not bad. You know, some days when I'm hiking and moving and the trail hasn't been bad and I'm feeling good, I don't mind going on for extra distance if it works and where Brother John can pick me up and it's not too far. And this is one of those cases. Yeah, 9/10 of a mile farther, there's a road crossing. For John in a car, it's a couple minutes around the block or something. You know, me, it's a half a mile walk. In this case, it's about right because it's all uphill. But anyhow, so that's why it sounds like things are out of order coming across that field. But trust me, when I get to the end this time, that will be it for the day, because there are no more road crossings within a short distance. And it's 12:39, 1 o'clock or thereabouts by the time I get there, and that'll be enough. Be before 1 o'clock, but yeah, that'll be enough. All right, there's supposed to be some kind of a scenic view up ahead. If it's worth looking at, I'll bring you back. Well, I will let you look behind me. That's where I came from today. And now that I reached the top of this meadow, I will be heading down to where Brother John will be. This time, to pick me up, not just give me a cold drink. Well, sorry for the noise. Okay, there's a sign for Reynolds Rock. Climb me, it says. So I guess that's Reynolds Rock up there. Alright, we're not going to do that. I'm done climbing for the day. I'm going downhill. Okay, so that's where I just came from. Tomorrow I'll go there. Right now I'm going to follow Brother John and see where he's parked at.